near you, go to RamseySolutions.com/show.
Ramsey show ending, after show beginning. There we are, we're live on both the YouTubes and the Twitches. I'll put my links in the chat and we will get going here. It's a Friday. What up, Tat? Okay, there's the links. Can get rid of that. Get a little water, because you know what it is. It's extra singing. On Fridays. Alright, let's kick it. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's 7 a.m. waking up in the morning, gotta be fresh, gotta go downstairs, gotta have my bowl, gotta have cereal, seeing everything, the time is going, ticking on and on, everybody's rushing, gotta get down to the bus stop. Gotta catch my bus, I see my friends kicking in the front seat, sitting in the back seat. Gotta make my mind up, oh, what's he gonna take? It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, Friday, Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. We're partying, partying, yeah, partying, partying, yeah. Fun, 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 fun. Looking forward to the weekend. And then we have drum taps. Like all plans, it starts with step 1. $1,000 emergency fund. Step 2, you'll pay off all your debt. Except mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of those charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. You stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, and why I host this after show. If you don't like the way it's working out, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Now step 4 is when you can take a breath. Go, let's gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for college. 6 to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. And now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like the way that it's working out, then you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Trumpet, take it home. Beep beep do live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show brought to you by D.H. Schumann. Thank you so much, D.H. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat and the people in it, all things financial and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. Links at the top of the chat, video description below, and to the right side of my YouTube banner. You can email me about anything, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can reach me on Instagram, Coach Steve Money, no spaces. If you'd like to donate to the channel, then you can do that at paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Now, how did that happen? It's being cut off, I think. Okay, technical difficulties. Let's see. One moment. Just got to do a transform. Fit to screen. Nope. Transform. Stretch the screen. There we go. Okay. PayPal.me/Coach Steve Money. All right. Don't know how that got messed up. Let's see. Tat wants some rain. It's in the area in Texas. What up, Sid? How is life and stuff? Sid, I didn't get a DM from you, I don't think. Did you be AJ's 1.45 today? Alright, so that takes care of that. Okay. Move that over there. And then, let's see. Today's Friday, and you know what that almost always means? Dave Ramsey himself is off. So, in the big chair today was a friend of the after show. Author of Own Your Past, Change Your Future, and Redefining Anxiety. Also, the host of the John Deloney Show. Oh, we call him Dr. D, as you can see, but his parents named him John Deloney. Ooh, he's got 2 PhDs, 2 more than me. Plus, he's got some other certs. John Deloney, never gonna stop. Gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it out. Has the clout of the healing kind. John, woo! John Deloney. Ooh, he takes a call and then twirls his pen, and he saves the day again. John Deloney. Ooh, this dude has got some range. Season of change is what you're going through, says John Deloney. He's never gonna stop. Gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it out. Has the club of the healing kind. John, woo! John Deloney. John Deloney. Oh my goodness. No, it won't. Oh. Yeah, that's probably about 5:30 p.m. Sydney is when it updates. Oh, I said a brilliant find, anxiety redefined, and put in a quick week by John Deloney. Wealth and illness has to face, they did not place, but they probably still had fun with John Deloney. Never gonna stop, gives advice, such a brilliant find, he always sorts it out, has the clout of the healing kind. John, woo! John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. Alrighty, so he was in the big chair driving, and in the co-host chair was our guy George Camel, former YouTube host, and I'll give his plugs in this song here, in this mini song, and it goes like this. Yeah. He used to host YouTube back in the day. King Coleman calls him George Camel with a K. Now George hosts 3 podcasts. They don't cost a cent. A borrowed future entree leadership and the fine print. Opened up YouTube, saw the thumbnail was Camel. It's always fun with George on the panel. Ayo wears ASOS and Deloney wears flannel. No one does it better than our guy George Camel. Paid his house off. Got a second dog, y'all. Got a 2013 Tesla. Told a lady to sell her horse. Alrighty. Market report. A little extra agua. That was 4 songs today. Alright, so I lost probably to AJ today, or for yesterday's fantasy mutual funds, but since the NASDAQ is up, I get a good chance of winning for today. So we'll find out on Monday when we get together in the Ramsey show chat and report those numbers. And once again, fantasy mutual funds or fantasy trading, they have apps for that, but I just keep it on a spreadsheet, and my friends and I do that in the Ramsey show chat in the early mornings. But we use our actual mutual funds, and so it's the average daily, or it's the average daily percentage of all of your different funds. And so I got a good chance for that, since the NASDAQ was the highest up today. But in second place, and not too shabby, S&P 500 at 1.42%. Dow Jones almost 1% up, and the Russell Small Cap Index 0.65, so you cannot complain about that. What do we have here? First story on that. Was it that one? Nope. It's that one. New York Times. Can't read it though, because I don't have an account. But S&P 500 had its best month since November 2020. The rebound in stocks is a reflection that the current round of updates from corporate America are not as bad as feared. But there are still reasons for investors to be wary. Of course there is. There always are. Pay growth and prices picked up, keeping the Fed on track for rate increases, which they just did by 0.75%. All right, so did that one. Let's see, what do we want to do? We want to go back to the market report. We got earnings calendars. Let's see how these fuel places did. Today, fuel companies, 4.6 up today, 0.15 up in the after hours trading is Exxon. And Chevron, 8.93% up in today's trading, but after hours down 0.049, basically even. Basically, but still mathematically down in the after hours. Let's check that overall. Overall after hours. Let's see. I don't have it bookmark on this one. S&P after hours, and then we go down. It is, I think, on CNN. Yeah, money.cnn.com/data/after hours, and we have the. Is that the same? No, that's not the same. It was during the day today, is it? 188. Yeah, no, it's not. 142. Very 188. Additionally, yeah, data as of 4:59. So that was a little bit ago, like 20 minutes ago. So it's not completely updated, but it was an additional 1.88 for the NASDAQ, additional 1.45 for the S&P 500, and additional 0.98 for the Dow. So we'll have to see what goes on in the early trading on Monday morning, and then also the actual day where it opens, and then what it does beyond that. Next week, we have Occidental Petroleum, Advanced Micro Devices, and PayPal all reporting on the 2nd of August. 9th of August, be Roblox Corporation. Almost forgot to do the most followed single stocks on the Google. And they are, let's see, the most up today, Amazon, which was up to, I think, 12% at one point, or almost 12%. At one point, but finished the day at up 10.36%. Had some previous losses this week, but that will definitely make up for that. Next highest would be the Tesla, 5.78%. Alrighty, Apple 3.28%. The only thing negative, Meta Platforms, artist formerly known as the Facebook, a little over 1% down. See what the market did in the rest of the planet. Everything up in Europe, mostly down in Asia. And let's see what that dollar did. The euro up on the dollar, yen up on the dollar, the British pound up on the dollar, the US dollar up on the Canadian dollar, though, sorry, and the US dollar up against the Australian dollar, mate. No shrimp on the barbie tonight, and crypto, everything. Well, that changed quickly. These two were green and just changed. They track this 24 hours a day. They do not stop when the market closes at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Cardano, the only one up currently, and I know a guy that lives in Texas that likes that. Alrighty. Let's see what we got here. It's interesting. Washington Post. Raising Cane's drops $100,000 on Mega Millions tickets again. That's the lottery. Dave does not advise, of course. Normally known as lotteries, normally known as tax on poor people, because they're the ones that buy the most tickets. The probability of hitting the Mega Millions jackpot is notoriously loudly. The chief executive of Raising Cane's are hedging their bets after buying lottery tickets for all 50,000 of their fast food employees for the second time in a week. So I guess the first company's widely publicized first attempt at a win cost about $100,000, but wasn't a success. No winners were announced Tuesday, but now that the prize has reached $1.1 billion, the second largest in Mega Millions history. The leaders of the restaurant chain, known for its chicken fingers. I had some today. They are yummy. I've dropped an extra $100,000 for a fresh round of tickets ahead of Friday night's drawing. Our crew members were so stoked last time, said CEO AJ Kumaran. Not moron, obviously. Kumaran. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. So we decided to try our luck again, and now we're just all excited, waiting and crossing our fingers for a win. Also, I believe those tickets are $2 a piece, so that's $100,000. If they only bought one ticket for each, that's $100,000. And what you could have done was just give them cash instead, give them a little bonus instead of doing that. But you know, I mean, this is more than some fast food restaurants do for their employees, so not really complaining. Just saying. I mean, they could have given them all like $5 or $10 instead. But it might be good for like morale and so forth. Let's see. From CNBC, AMD passes Intel in market cap. Intel is the only company that's getting money from the government, though, for U.S. chip manufacturing. But people have been buying AMD. AMD's been going down. As you can see, finished in the... Oh, well, this is the after-hours trading. 0.05% down, and 0.5% down is Intel. AMD has been going down recently, so it may be a better buy at the moment in the view of some traders. The shift is mostly symbolic, but it signifies a much more competitive market for PC chips and server chips where the two companies compete directly. All right, AMD also makes video cards, which Intel... I think they started making higher end ones, or they started coming out with some... Let's see. They may have come out with the lower end ones. Intel video cards. Intel Arc. Boom, 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 boom. That's not what we want. Let's try micro. Let's see. Let's see if it's a card. It is a card. In the midst of two GPU juggernauts hyping up their new releases, that would be AMD and NVIDIA. So Intel is hopping in, hoping to finally be competitive in the GPU market with its Intel XZ. Let's see. Delete discrete GPU. Discrete means it's a separate card, not built on the motherboard. Oh, it's officially out, and they are available in laptops. It's the M with the M on the end of it. That means mobile processors, and so those would be out. When the discrete ones, still not here even after multiple announcements and promises from Intel. The A380 is currently the only Intel Arc graphics card that is officially on sale. Even that one is only available in China, though. Let's see. The price is, where would it be? Okay, so I wonder if that's like within the... Oh, that's the performance and that's the prices. So they're not the more expensive ones. Yeah, just like I thought. They're not the more expensive ones. They're in the more budget area. Yeah, the more budget area is what Intel is trying to break into first. I guess they'll go to the more expensive ones later. Let's see, did we do this one? No. This is from CNBC, the Make It segment. There we go. Now is the perfect time for young investors to do a Roth IRA conversion, says the CPA, and here's why. I'm guessing that's going to be because the market is down. And so that would be, if you convert now while the market's down, that's fewer taxes on it, because you do have to pay taxes on the value. Let's see what it says. Still has surrendered more than 16%, so you'll be paying less taxes. Make sure that's right. Is smart regardless of what the market is doing. Yeah, I mean, the earlier you have a Roth, then you're building wealth without having to pay taxes on it. As long as you wait for retirement age, and then yeah, perfect time to convert. Whether things are up and down, it's a long-term move. Okay, so it's not really what I thought it was, but that certainly isn't involved in that as well. Tat's waiting till the supply chain and chip shortage mess is over before I build a new PC. Prices have been crazy on PC parts. There was a time a little while ago, Tat, where Micro Center's prices on video cards were down, and they had a bunch of them, but I think those have all been bought out. Let's check. Lowest price. Let's see. We're looking for like a low-end RTX one, which has the ray tracing on it. Yeah, these are all older. These are still newer than the ones I have now, and the prices on these have gone down. Definitely. And there we go. They got two of these, the RTX 3050, and that has 8 gigabytes of video RAM built on board, and that is $330. And I'm pretty sure that's a lower price than it had been previously. They definitely don't have as many as they had before, but it looks like they are getting some back in stock. From when I checked last week, they have 5 of these. This brand, MSI RTX 3050. The same. Let's see if they have even more expensive ones. All these are 3050s. $3070s, yeah. So let's see, none in stock, none. Yeah, they don't have any of the more expensive ones, it looks like. RTX 3060, they get 5 of those at $500. So, yeah, I mean, they're coming down a little bit, I believe, and should be coming available more readily. Let's see, the wrong. Did that one. Stocks making the biggest moves midday: Roku, Amazon, First Solar, Intel, Apple, and more. Do they have that in there? Apple 3.3%. First Solar 12.1%. Chevron Mobile record profits reporting in their second quarter earnings. Shocker. Boosted by higher oil and gas prices, right? Chevron 8.9%, ExxonMobil 4.6%. Bloomin' Brands, which is the Outback Steakhouse with that bloomin' onion, which is so good. 3.1% up for them. Stanley Black & Decker. Stanley bought Black & Decker, or they merged or something. I did not know that. That is weird, wild, wacky stuff. Slid 1.3%. Procter & Gamble down 6.2%. Church & Dwight. Probably not Dwight from The Office. The company, products company behind Arm & Hammer. It dropped 8.6%. Intel, not entail. That's a verb. No, that's a adverb. Entail? What it would entail. I don't know off the top of my head. Intel tumbled 8.6%. This is from Bloomberg. The crypto collapse had flooded the market with Rolex and Patek. I don't know what Patek is, but the top watch trading platform says the trophy model volumes jumped, so people's crypto collapsed. They sold their Rolexes and stuff, I guess. Patek Nautilus 5711A is now much larger, their supply, so That's what happens. Alrighty. Yeah, Tat, I built my computer, I want to say like 4 years ago, so 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. I have a 9th generation i5 processor. And that was right about the point where I should actually, like 3 years ago or something, about that, right before the Pandy, I should have upgraded the video card as well, but I didn't know that it was going to be so crazy with the Pandy and all the crypto miners buying up the video cards, because that's what the chips on the video cards do, is they process those transactions. It's not the central processing unit, but it's the processing unit on the video card. All right, so as usual, we go to reddit.com/r/Dave Ramsey, and we sort by new. Let's see what it is. Kiyo Fury posted, if you got a third paycheck this month, and this happens for people if they get paid like every 2 weeks. Some months you will get a second or a third paycheck rather. I think if you don't get it this month, if you don't get it in July, you'll get it in December. And I can't remember when the previous ones are. It just depends on which payday you have. What up, AJ? I know you. AJ, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Fantasy Mutual Funds for yesterday. Presumably, unless Sid can find out her number from yesterday. Just curious. Oh, we just paid off all our consumer debt, but still have student loans, so we're still in baby step 2. That's where your third paycheck should be going. Also got a bonus unexpectedly. Any cheap celebratory ideas would be great. I'm drawing a blank. It feels surreal to get this far. So if you budget based on your check, then the same expenses that would be in the third paycheck would be ones that you would have every paycheck, which would be food and like gas, and any like recurring expenses like that weren't monthly based. So, but by the third paycheck, all the other things should be taken care of other than that. So you should probably only have food and gas. That's about it. Got car gas. Gasoline for your vehicle. That should be about your only expenses. So everything else would be able to go, and this is where you should put any money while you're doing the baby steps. You put any extra money to whatever baby step you're on. If you're on 4, 5, and 6, you could split them among the 3. Although Dave does recommend to only do 15% of gross income to retirement investing until the house is paid off. So most of that would go to the house. You can put some of it to kid college, and most of it could go to the house, assuming you're already doing 15%. All right, severe thunderstorm warning. Yeah, we had our storm yesterday. AJ says he's good at things. He has not won an entire month of Fantasy Mutual Funds yet, though, so we will see about that. That won't be this month either, because there's today and one other day. Monday is the last day of July, so that's the last market day, and he can't catch up to me. I'm ahead by 2. Nobody can catch up to me. So that means I've won again. I stopped winning when the market went down, and down market poster boy Troy Story was winning all of them. But then he changed around his allocation because I told him to just, check it out, check out to see what you're doing. And he figured out the same thing I suspected, which is that if you are not in the value funds, if you're in the value funds, you lose less when the market's down but you also gain less when the market's up, and the gaining less is more. So overall, you get less money if you're in those value funds. I suspected, and he found out when he did math. So let's see what somebody said. Keep it civil, no rudeness or trolling. Let's see. No, can you share a video on YouTube that... Oh, that's somebody that... Oh, the person must have deleted it. Deleted the question or something like that. Oh, can you... What's that? Well, I don't know why that says no. Oh, did you hear the Ramsey show discussion? Okay, so they're saying no. Can you share a video on YouTube that shows the entire show, please? The entire show is on YouTube for each weekday. Two video hours with the commercial cut out equals 3 radio/audio hours with them in. Phrasing. All right. AJ's got to run. Where you running to, AJ? Do you have to prepare some meats for the family? All right. This is the daily non-baby steps Dave and company discussion thread. Did Dave Ramsey change his mind? Before he used to promote saving 20% out for the house down payment to avoid PMI. However, now he's saying 10% is fine too for first-time home buyers. Now you will have to pay the PMI, but 10% he's fine with that for first-time home buyers. So that's the dealio on that. Given the current market and doing math, it cost me more trying to save for the 20% than I would have actually paid the PMI. I don't know about what voodoo math you've done, but if you are putting that money in the market instead of saving for a higher down payment, that's basically debt leverage because you're taking out more mortgage. So yeah. And long jumping vanilla 3 says, doesn't recall him saying you have to put 20 down according to his steps. Right. Put down as much as you can. Right. Minimum 3, minimum 10%, but that's again only for first time home buyers. Why he sees 10% as significantly better than 5. 5 is like barely in the game. 5 is allowing you to buy too much house. You're getting in too much trouble there. So 10% is minimum. So do you understand that? Probably that's why you have to take Dave Ramsey with a grain of salt. You can take it however you want it. You don't even have to follow it. Isn't that great? But definitely post somewhere and complain about it, even though you don't have to follow it. Don't have to do it. It's not a law. What's up, dog? Posted. Should I use my baby step 2 budget on baby or baby step 4 budget for the emergency fund amount? Use your baby step 3 budget, whatever your expenses are after you paid off all the debt. So that would mean that you are saving that. I see where they're going, because you'll be on baby steps 4, 5, and 6 after the baby step 4 is completed. But like, for example, if you have an emergency and have to pause the baby steps, you could stop investing, for example. You could temporarily stop doing extra to the house, etc., etc. So you won't have those expenses in there. So basically, whatever your expenses are past, once you get done paying off debt, and then you don't have those minimum debt payments in that budget anymore. So, I mean, it's probably not going to be that much either way, but like if there's an emergency, you can stop the retirement investing and the kid college and the extra to the house and just pile up that cash for whatever reason you need to do. if you actually have an emergency that you would also need to use the emergency fund for. All right, let's see. Both. Good baby step 4 since you're opting for 3 months. Everybody has their own opinion on this, it looks like. And that's fine. I would think you're wherever you are right there, because you're not already putting money in for step 4 or step 5 or step 6. So I would do the budget right where you are, baby step 3. Which I don't think anybody suggested. High cost of living area. You did not get a pass on math. That's the most important thing for this. J Galt 241. How do folks following the Ramsey plan manage a high cost of living area? You have to make enough to live there, dog. Currently live in one of the most expensive cities in the country. That's fine. That's not Dave Ramsey's fault. Tired of paying so much in rent. To keep my rent at 25% of my take-home pay will require roommates, and even then it's a challenge. Even moving to a different area in my state wouldn't help much because the rents are so outrageous. California, anybody? California or New York? Definitely. Probably California, though. I do work fully remote. I'm debating relocating to a lower cost of living area, which is something I'd really like to do. That said, my entire family is in this state and we are to leave. So the question is, how are other folk managing a high cost of living area on the Ramsey plan? First of all, be careful with that. Working fully remote and relocating to lower cost of living area, because some companies adjust your pay to the cost of living in the area that you actually live on. So that way, people aren't making extra bucks off of them. So, but basically, you got to make a lot of money to manage the high cost of living area because Dave doesn't allow that much house debt. Doesn't allow any debt at all, so all that has to be paid off. And again, the housing has to be around 25%, and the total money maker, it says 25 to 35%. So two of the many flaws in the Ramsey program, of course. Or what does he think the flaws are? The 25% of take-home pay and 15-year mortgage. They ignore the variability. Variability housing costs. That's not a complete English sentence. So one of the many flaws in your English, sir or ma'am. The stability and expected growth of incomes and relatively other. And none of that matters. None of that matters at all. See, that's the beauty of it. None of your extra math that you think you have to do matters with Dave's plan. You don't have to do any of that math because you just don't do that. You don't do those things. You don't factor those things in. If you can't afford it, if you can't afford buying a house on his recommendations, on his guidance, or you have a problem with any other things in his plan, you just don't have to do it. Easy. Let's see. So you're one of the lucky ones that can go to a low-cost area while maintaining high pay. Maybe not, as I just said. More than financial peace, then stay, right? Do you value financial peace more? Absolutely. Let's see what he said. No kids yet. Keep it in mind, 30%. Don't sound all that bad. Boom, boom, boom. See if OP chimed in with anything else. Even living in a modest place, I'd be around 35%, that's the absolute most that Dave would want to be at 25% below. That's smart. That means he wants to have financial peace. I never wanted to go into debt again and like to be throwing his money. Well, he might have to move then. They ignore Dave's advice is how they but that's how they manage the high cost of living, right? Because you're doing just venting here. Yep, just venting. That's what the Reddit is for, isn't it? For people to vent. Could Dave Ramsey benefit me? Let's see. Proud Swordfish 3847. I would say yes. Even without reading your current situation. Graduating senior in my undergrad this year, looking for some advice on what to expect after I graduate. First gen college student who has made some really dumb decisions, haven't we all? And had parents that somehow did not see an issue with forcing my 18-year-old self to take out nearly $70K in private loans. They held a gun to your head and made you sign for it. And $15K in federal with like 7 to 10% interest for a psychology degree, not to deflect the blame onto them after you've done it already, but they had zero idea because they'd never been to college. Now that I'm 22 and wiser, literally makes me feel nauseous every single day thinking about graduating, facing a lifetime of debt. It feels like I will drown with it. So graduating senior in undergrad, don't do bachelor's. Do bachelor's in cash. See if you can get a company to pay for it or something. Let's see. I've lived alone all of my college and paid my rent entirely by myself. Yep. Maybe should not have done that either. Roommates can make it more social and can also help with it, but I probably would have done that too. I also make monthly payments of like $50 to Sally Mae, which I know is pointless because I'm accruing like $1K a month every month just in interest. Well, not now. Rent is $850 with utilities included. I spent okay. Yeah, I mean he can help you, but you're gonna completely open to having a roommate, which would cut my rent around $500-600, so I can throw more. Yeah, but will I even be able to do that? Moving back to my parents is not an option. Generally scared that I'm going to be homeless after my loan payments begin. Do you have a psychology job you can get into? That's the whole idea. That's why you go pay all that money for that education. And that's why you take out loans, theoretically, for that to get into that job and pay those loans back immediately. That's the idea. But to say nothing, and you're going to graduate, it sounds like, to say nothing of the kids that don't graduate, that have all those loans out and don't graduate, and so they do not make that money. Or some females also get pregnant and then want to stay home with babies, and then they end up not working, and so they still have all that student loan. That happens as well. You got to consider everything when you're doing those loans. But as you said, you were a kid. Let's see. Some days I feel like it would be better to just end my life. That's right. So he's a psychologist, and yeah, or she, I guess, could be a she. It doesn't say. So have a credit card that I am super careful with. That's not the problem. The problem is all those student loans. It's just using to boost my credit. You don't need more credit. Parents are relaxed about post-grad loans and fully believe lenders are going to give me like 3% interest after consolidating. But sometimes I live in this fantasy world. You can check Splash Financial, although haven't heard Dave mention them recently, so I don't know if he still recommends them. But they only refinance student loans. That's the only thing they do. But yeah, Dave can help you understand how money stuff works. And he can give you a plan for getting out of debt. You're going to have to work your butt off, though, to do that. Oh, let's see. Beatles, WMCO1 is a frequent poster on here. Rain has gone around Tat. So they've only got wind, thunder, and lightning in this area. Hey, everyone. I'm a 20-year-old male in about $8K, mostly credit cards, mostly. Debt, I believe, was the missing word there. I'm in baby step 1, been listening to Dave for years, but just in recent months trying to pay everything off. You're doing it wrong. Baby step 1 should be first before trying to pay everything off. I've been paying for my lunch at work. I get dinner at home and breakfast, but it's worth the ease, not having to bum from my parents as much for lunch. I've been getting stuff for PB&J, but what's something else I can how to improve my health. Only eating that for lunch might kill me. No, I won't. It's just a hashtag season. You're not going to be doing it forever. You're 21. You can handle some PB&Js. So let's see. Spoil yourself every once in a while. Buy hamburger meat to make a burger and use my sandwich bread. That's fine. Do that sometimes. Microwave and toaster oven. Yeah. What's something round I can eat? Maybe sandwich meat and mustard without bread. But that doesn't seem to go very far. Yep. Tuna's one option. I love it. Yeah. So you got your options right there. You've already thought of them. 44 comments. They probably suggested stuff. If they have a fridge, I guess they have a fridge apparently. If they have a microwave and toaster, you could do what I do. I buy around a $3 frozen pizza, and I cook it at home, and then I take it to my work. I put the whole thing. I'm the only one there, so nobody steals my pizza. I put the pizza in the oven. It cuts into 6 pieces. 2 pieces are serving, but I have one. I have a half a serving and for lunch, and then one for dinner. I'm usually there for two different meals because I'm there a lot of the day on Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. And so that is 6 meals for $3. So that's 50 cents a meal, and that is pizza every day. And that may not be the best, obviously, but having just half a serving of it, it keeps the fat and the carbs and stuff down. But I'm sure with 44 comments, I'm sure they came up with all kinds of good choice. Tat says, get the spam. I've been doing the advice from Different Luck 6015. I've been doing the baby steps for around 2 years now. Currently on baby step 2 with 18,000 remaining in student loans. Currently live with my sister who just finished her internship to become a registered. Oh, we did this one already. She has no job other than DoorDash and barely had any money for rent. Yeah, we did this one already. It appears that he says he currently lives with his sister, but it appears like the apartment or whatever it is in his name, and so he's paying the rent, so need to make her bounce if she's not going to pay her share. Alrighty, so upcoming streams, I did finish Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Where are they at? Right there. This is normally 5 or more old man video gaming live streams a week. It might be around 2 for a while. Wasn't even doing that recently. Got distracted with a girl. She's worth it. Probably this weekend, I will do another episode of Tech Support with Coach D Money. I've got 25 plus years in as a PC tech, and so I go to the Tech Support subreddit, just like I did the Ramsey thing, and I answer tech support questions, which is normally about people's computer problems. Normally about guys that have great gaming systems, and then they are worried about 0.0001 frame per second that they're not getting. That's a lot of them. Anyway, this show Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Ramsey Show, Aftershow show. And this is even if the Ramsey Show is a replay, which it's normally not now, even on Fridays, when Dave's not there because of the availability of all the co-hosts. One of the reasons it's a great idea to have all the co-hosts on. Many reasons. Curse of Oak Island recaps will start again as soon as there's any content, whether it's a catch-up show this summer, some kind of update show this summer they may show at some point. Otherwise, it starts late October, early November. And I'll be doing the no-cap recaps then for the Curse of Oak Island. Give my plugs again. The links are at the top of the chat, video description below, and the right side of my YouTube banner. And I am Steve Simpson, otherwise known as Coach Steve Money, and I am a Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach. And you can click on financial coaching, and that gives you a calendar. We got the 2 days left. Oh no, Monday is the 1st. So nope, today was the last day of the last trading day of July. So that contest is over, and I won. You can pick a day, August 14th. That's my birthday, and you can. I'll meet with you on my birthday. I got no problem with that. You pick a time, and Calendly will let me know when you would like that appointment, and I will email you and let you know. I did not have to have these. I wonder if I was talking louder. I did not have to have the headphones on this whole time. I could have taken them off right when I was finished with the last song. Boop, 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 doo. Yeah. PayPal is paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Instagram is Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And you can email me about anything at CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can email me about the Ramsey show, about this after show, about any of the financial advice, about anything that's on your mind, Oak Island, video games, love video games. I will probably start Stray this weekend. It's a game where you get to be a kitty cat. Meow. And that's a brand new game that just came out. I'll be playing that on the PlayStation 4. Computer stuff. Again, I was a tech support, or I've been a PC tech for 25 plus years. And so the last one was about 2 weeks ago. Tech support with Coach Steve Money. I will be doing more of those. Maybe once every 2 weeks, probably. And if you'd like to sing the Baby Step song or any one of these other songs, I would love for you to do that. You can pre-record yourself singing it to any music you like, or you can email me and I can email you back the link to the music the exact music that I used to sing these to, and you can record it, or we can do it live. In the year of our Lord, 2022, we have that technology to do live stuff, even if you and I are in different cities or countries or whatever. Alrighty, everybody have a wonderful weekend and make smart financial decisions every day.